On orders from the head of the National Council for the Protection of the Homeland and head of state, Brigadier General Abdourahmane Tchiani, Niger has stopped the shipment or rather export of its oil through the port of Seme in Benin amidst the ongoing misunderstanding between the two West African neighbours. The export, which was being facilitated by the China National Petroleum Corporation, which constructed the 2,000-kilometer pipeline through which the oil was being shipped from the Agadem oil basin in Niger to the Atlantic Ocean coastline for loading on oil tankers destined for international markets, was stopped by the Nigerian authorities, in what they say their protest against the chasing away of their inspectors from the port of Seme by authorities in Benin. That, in the tripartite agreement between Benin, Niger, and China National Petroleum Corporation, regarding Niger's oil exports, all parties have to be present at the port of Seme during the loading of the oil on the tankers, for transparency, and to ascertain the exact volume of oil being exported. That, however, if Niger's representatives have been chased away by the Beninese, then Niger has no business releasing its oil for export, since the same might be just looted and they'll not be there to determine the volume that was looted. And thus, to make sure that General Abdourahmane Tchiani's order for the shipment of the oil to be stopped had been adhered to, Niger's Minister of Oil Mohamed Mustafa Bako visited the Agadem oil field on June 11 and 12, 2024, to demand for a total closure of the crude oil valves intended for export. The minister was accompanied by two members of the CNSP, and the Director General of Hydrocarbons, Abdel Nasser Shebu, and their first stop was at the Melek station, where they noted that the valves had actually been closed since June 6, 2024, that is 24 hours following the instructions given for the closure. The minister requested the placement around the valve, a chain and a padlock, then entrusted the keys to those responsible for the security of the site, reminding them of the firm instructions of the head of state. The same was done the next day at two other oil stations, where the minister moved to the site and proceeded with the closure and the installation of chains and seals at all the valves of Lamon and Laval stations, after which the minister also handed over the keys to those responsible for the security of the stations, and gave advice to all his compatriots present on the site, calling on them to be truly aware of the issues. Whatever it will cost us, we are ready to assume it, and each of you must understand it as such. It's not about thinking about immediate interests. If we do not benefit from this oil, our children, or our grandchildren will benefit from it. But at least they will benefit from it, but we cannot accept sitting while our oil is being stolen by other people. Because when we are not present where it is loaded, that's when stealing happens, and we won't accept it. Not being present where they take it is stealing. So, we have agreed that whatever the price, as long as it lasts, as long as Benin and CNPC have not agreed so that Niger can witness the loading, can control what we charge, we do not accept any oil to leave. So you must all be aware of this, and each of you must feel responsible, and you will be responsible for reporting this to us, and we will take the measures, okay? You will be responsible for reporting this to us, and we will take the measures. In any case, whoever violates these instructions must be ready to assume the biggest consequences, because it must not be taken lightly.